Hi everyone, welcome back. I realise it's been quite a while since the last video, and I've just been really busy, haven't really had time to do one, but it's good to be back. I've been wanting to do it for the last month or so, just haven't really found the time. But anyway, gonna get started, straight into it. So I walked straight back out of the barrier, can't get back in. The reason for that is because I want to show off some of the things that you can do in the trials before I actually go up and kill Ganon. That's a spirit trial in there. I'm going to leave that till last for a reason that I want to show off when I'm in there. So I've got the black gauntlets on, as you might remember from an earlier video, which means that I don't actually need the golden gauntlets. I can just pop right in here. Obviously these rocks you are normally supposed to have the golden gauntlets for, which means that the light trial generally would be the last one that you do on a casual playthrough, because you have to go to the shadow trial to get the golden gauntlets. Not an issue here, so light trial is pretty easy. It's pretty much just a series of rooms where you get a key and then leave the room with that key over and over again. So a bunch of invisible enemies, once again just proving how useless the Lens of Truth is, because you can just target them even though they're invisible. Bit of an oversight there. So I don't think there's going to be as many broken things in this video as there were in some of the other ones, but there's still definitely a few cool little things that I can show off. Of course, I don't have an ocarina, I totally forgot that. I'm going to have to do the old bottle trick. Even though it's been so long since I played this, a lot of these glitches are just muscle memory at this point, because I've done them so many times, so no harm done. I think it's kind of weird how I've been able to get through this whole thing in just like 12 videos, yeah. Where Donkey Kong 64 took like 30 or something. I know that's a really big game, but I really thought this one would have taken longer than it did. But I guess it just kind of... like, we shouldn't expect that, since the game has been broken so many times now that you can beat it in under 20 minutes in real time, so... Obviously there is like a quick route for this room, but I have no idea what it is, I can't remember, so I'm just grabbing anything that I see. Unfortunately there's no way to kind of get through this place any quicker than what I just did, other than I guess optimizing the route. So another reason that this is probably the last trial you're supposed to do is it's the only one that has like a fake room like that, so... These pots are actually predetermined. Like, I've always thought that was kind of weird. Like, that pot, for instance, will always have a heart in it. I always thought it was random, but I made a TAS of this game a few years ago, and I figured out then that it's actually predetermined, which means that there's only certain rooms you can restock your magic in. Which seems a bit lame, because imagine getting to one of these rooms and then having no magic for the light arrows. That'd be terrible. So this is going to take off the light part of the barrier, which isn't really going to help me at all, because, well, I'm going to do a glitch at the end of all this, which is going to essentially make what I'm doing right now pointless, but there are things that I want to show off, so whatever. So fire trial, once again, no Goron Tunic. Just going to quickly breeze around the room and pick up all of the rupees. Wow. Yeah, that platform's a little weird. Sometimes he sort of bangs into the side, sometimes he does get on top of it, I don't know. It's no big deal. I just need to make sure like I don't fall in the lava right now. It's okay if you fall in the lava after you have all the crystals, because the door at the end of the room stays open in that case, and it's no big deal if you happen to screw up at that point. As you can see, the hover boots make this room pretty much a joke. Another instance where you're supposed to have the golden gauntlets. Thanks to my special glitched black gauntlets, that won't be an issue. But I think this is the only place where you actually do need them to finish a room though, in the whole game. you know, with glitches and stuff like that, because you need to lift that rock to get the thing that's under it. You can obviously reach this one without throwing the rock over here. So I think I'm going to die here. In fact, let's just avoid it by switching back to these. In fact, I don't have a lot of time. I'll try and get this anyway. I'm going to try and do a super slide over there. Because I don't have the long shot, obviously, I can't easily get over. I think I screwed that up. Yep, definitely screwed that up. Okay, I'm just going to kill myself. It's just one of the hazards of not having the Goron Tunic, but I think it's much cooler to do places like this without it if you can. Just want to get this guy out of the way because he is going to be a problem. So I'm trying to do a super slide over there with the hover boots. Okay, I got it, so I'm just going to slide over, then hold backwards and not make it. That's cool. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Alright, I'll try it once more, and if I can't get it, then I don't care, because it's not even going to matter in the long run. This isn't even a particularly interesting trial, so... I wish he would stop doing that. Like, seriously, how is he not making it? I know you can, like, do it with a jump slash or a backflip. I guess I'm going to try that. I'll try it with a jump slash, but... It's just annoying because I know it's possible. I've done it loads of times. It just isn't working this time. Do I need to have bombs later? I don't think so. I think this is pretty much the last place that I need bombs for the whole game, actually, so... Oh no, that's not true, actually. I need 2 later on. Well, that was a tremendous failure. Okay, cool. Well, that wasn't too bad, I guess. I would like to restock my bombs. In fact, I really want to do that. I think you can do it just before Ganon, so it's probably not an issue. So one other glitch you can do, I'm probably not going to get this because the timing is pretty tricky, but I will try it anyway. If you shoot a light arrow into these things, and then just before the cutscene starts, turn around and open the door, you can actually unload the room, but the cutscene will play at the same time. So I'm going to just be a little lamer and pause buffer it, just to make sure. I don't really know what I'm doing. Nah, I missed it. I think I forgot to commit a first person mode. That's kind of embarrassing. It's no big deal, it doesn't really do anything anyway, it just makes it so that the sage doesn't appear, although their text appears still for some reason. So... nothing too spectacular anyway. God, there really is like almost nothing to talk about. This part of the game is so boring. At least I think it is compared to like the stuff that we've seen so far. Shadow Trial, do I even want to do this? Let's have a look. I mean, this is where you would get the golden gauntlets. I don't want to get them. I want to keep my black ones because they're much, much cooler. Yeah, I guess I'll just do it. Without the Lens of Truth, I guess it's slightly difficult, but not really. I don't know. For a part that's like at the end of the game, it's very, very easy. It's not really like the Moon and Majora's Mask, which actually was challenging. So, just equip the hover boots, get over there real quick. Probably didn't need to equip them. Once again, I'm going to hit this switch without actually hitting it. It's kind of weird how that works, but whatever. Just going to aim for the hearts, I suppose. Okay, that was really, really easy. Okay, I'm gonna try that thing again. Like, I was practicing this earlier. Like, before I do a video, I always go through the route 1 or 2 times just to sort of make sure that I don't forget it, I guess, when I'm playing through it on video, but I don't think it's really helped me much here. Okay, so I'm trying to press A here just to... Okay. Did I get it? Almost certainly not. Yep, didn't get it. Oh, whatever. There's still a couple more I can try it at. Fortunately, the next trial is actually pretty interesting. There's definitely a few things in there that are really cool to do. A little tricky though, but I did practice them, so hopefully I won't make a fool of myself. I'm gonna need the hook shot. There's actually a way, if you do like a bomb hover up there, there's actually a part of the wall that you can touch. I think it's like this corner. There's like a spot on it where if you touch it, it just like loads the inside of the tower and you just skip this entire section. But I'm not going to do that, it's kind of lame. There's something cooler that I want to show off later. So if I do this, just align myself here, I'm going to wait for the freezers to show up. What am I doing? Okay, side hop to the left. Then hook shot right. Oh, didn't work. Cool. Cool video game. I don't even know what I did wrong there. What's supposed to happen is it's supposed to pull you through. But it's deciding not to cooperate today. Okay. Gonna get it this time. Okay. Gotta kill them. Okay, cool. So you have to do like a spin attack after you're through there. Sometimes whenever you're next to a wall and there's like a hook shotable thing right next to you, if you walk in between them and then hook shot, the game just forces you right through the wall. So that right there has meant that I haven't... Ugh, I don't even know what I'm saying. It means that I don't need the blue fire at all. That's what I'm trying to say. And you're supposed to use it again in here. Also not necessary. You can also skip this silly block puzzle as well if you're more talented than I am and can actually get up there. Again, this is a pretty easy jump. If you just come into this corner, do a side hop and then swing your hammer in the air, you can pretty easily hit that switch, and that's the entire water trial done. The timer's still going. I guess it doesn't stop going unless you put the blocks in the holes or something. Don't know, who cares. Oh my god, dude. Okay, got it. Right, let's try this again. So I'm gonna buffer the frame where he lets go of the arrow. Okay. I need him to turn around. Okay, let's press A. Yes, I got it, cool. So, yeah, it warps him back in, but the sage isn't actually there. Ruto would normally appear and she would talk to you, but she's not there, and the little blue light that appears usually here isn't there. I don't think the sounds are there either, so just an interesting little graphical and audio glitch, I suppose. So what trials are left? Just Forest and Spirit, and yeah, I think I've done these in pretty much the reverse order of what you would normally do them in, which I guess is kind of cool. So, oh god, I hate this room because of the wolf that's in it. I'm just going to try and shoot all the torches from here. Or not. Whatever, let's just kill him. Okay, that was easier than I remember. But of course this thing interrupts you. And it's not even necessary as well. Like, I hate it when they do that. Like, give you stuff. And it's probably just like 5 rupees or something as well, so totally pointless. And those torches behind me have just gone out as well. Okay, cool. It's funny how, like, once they're all lit, they just stay lit, but up until then, there's always a risk that they're just gonna go out. It's kind of annoying. So, I'm gonna time this so that I can pick up that crystal as this thing starts blowing. Because that'll just push me all the way over here, which is quite handy. I can't get that one just yet. I like it when, like, whenever Link is, like, grabbing onto a ledge, and he takes damage while he's holding onto the ledge, it just, like, pushes him up instantly. It's kind of cool. It's a small little time saver. Nice, nice. I'm so talented at this game. Of course I need to get this again, but whatever. Let's just kill him first. I think he gave me a bomb drop the last time, but he didn't this time. Oh well. I just hope there actually are some at Ganon. In fact, I need to hit this switch before I go any further. I think I took so long there that the cycle's totally messed up though. Yep. I don't want to go and get this one while he's still spinning because it's just going to shoot me all the way back there. The camera's been pretty weird. Okay, so... Oh, dude, for God's sake. Oh wait, it kept that thing. Well, I guess it's not that bad. Still not sure how that happened, but... who cares? We're almost done with this terrible trial anyway, so... Of course that thing's back. Okay, I need to stop complaining, I'm just being so down in this video. It's not cool, it's not fun to watch, it's not fun to do, so... Please don't start again, please. Cool. So I'm not going to bother with that glitch. Although actually... no, I can't. I was going to say there's like another glitch you can do where you pull out your Ocarina just before the cutscene starts after you fire the light arrow, but... since I don't have it, the only way I can play the Ocarina is with that bottle glitch, and I obviously don't have the time to do that before the cutscene starts, so... oh well. So all that's left now is the Spirit Trial, which has something in it that I want to show off, which, as I mentioned earlier, pretty much makes everything that I've done in this video pointless. Although you could say that it's already pointless because I was already inside there, but whatever. I felt like showing off some of the stuff in here, so there you go. Just gonna quickly grab all the rupees in here. Hopefully I can, yeah, grab this before he hits me. I think out of all the videos that I've done in this game so far, this one feels the most like a sort of casual playthrough, I don't know. I guess just because it's not as... I want to get that. I want to get that and then side hop. Ugh, whatever. Don't care. So there's really no reason for me to do the rest of this because the thing I wanted to show off is actually in the previous room, but I'm gonna restock on bomb chews anyway, just because there's a chest right here which I think it gives you 20? 10? I don't know. Doesn't say. Well, whatever. I've got plenty now. Yeah, it gave me 20. That's quite a lot actually. And even though my bomb bag, which I think... no, I got this in the Doggo's Cavern, didn't I? Only holds 20. There's no limit on bomb chews, which is nice, so... I like this room because it's kind of like a speedrun setup almost, like, but it's intentional. You're supposed to align with the wall, turn around, then drop a bomb chew, and it just, like, explodes right as it gets there. I just think that was, like, a nice little thing. So one difference between this game and Majora's Mask is that you can't use light arrows to open these things, which kind of sucks. I actually didn't know that until earlier, or at least I forgot it, so I'm just gonna do it this way. I always remember that it's like the first sun on your left hand side. Most of the other suns just give you nothing, or they give you chests with like ice in them that just hurts you. It's totally pointless. So I could dispel this one as well. Not going to bother because it truly makes what I'm about to show off pointless if I do that. So let's just head back to the start. So this glitch that I'm about to do is pretty old now. I think 2006 maybe was when this one was found. Maybe even before that. Maybe 2005 actually. In fact, yeah, it was, because I think TSA's 5-hour run might have done this. Can't really remember. Well, anyway, what you want to do is you want to push this statue all the way against the wall, and then just pull it until it's in front of this door. I think it's 4 pulls you have to do. Then stand here and just do a jump slash in there, and it forces you in here, and you can walk out. So I'm now inside the main room, and it's completely unloaded. We can't see anything except for this because I haven't turned it off. And what I'm going to do, just for reference, is I'm going to do 5 side hops and just back walk until he stops moving. The reason he stops moving is because he's touching one of the little teeth outside the barrier, so now I can just walk to my right, and I'm back where I was at the start of the video. So that's a pretty easy way to skip all of the trials. I think anybody can do that without any real practice at all, which is nice. And yes, a bomb drop, that's actually pretty good. I didn't know those guys did drop bombs. I guess if you're low on anything, they'll drop that thing. But whatever. So, just going to head up the tower now. An interesting little thing about this is, as I've mentioned before, I'm playing on version 1.0, the very first release of the game in the West. I chose that version because it has the most glitches, obviously, and I always like playing on the original version of a game if possible. Obviously, the original version in English is what I mean by that. But a strange thing about this room is that in version 1.1, whenever you go up to those enemies, the Ganon's castle music stops and the regular enemy theme starts playing. Now, it doesn't really sound like a glitch at first, but for some reason it wasn't in 1.0, and they also took it back out in 1.2. 1.2 behaves the same way 1.0 does, so it was unintentional at least. It's kind of weird how things like that happen in like intermediate versions though. So yeah, I'm just abusing power crouch stabs again. Makes short work of pretty much everything in this game. I can't actually get this chest without killing those guys as far as I know. It's like the ring of fire around it is just too wide. It's not like the one in the Spirit Temple where you can just scroll into it and touch it before it kicks you back out. And you do need the boss key here, I'm not able to skip it. So we're almost there. I think this part of the dungeon is really cool. I like it a lot. I like it more than like the Moon and Majora's Mask. I'm just going to do these guys one at a time. I don't want to take any chances. Wow, I'm smart. If you're really skilled, you can kill both of them at the same time. You can do like the same attack, the same power crouch stab on each of them. And that'll just like deal all the damage that you need for them. I love it when their axe gets stuck. Except for when it does that, that's not really as cool. I'm gonna die, I'm actually gonna die. I can't believe this. It's so humiliating. Oh, maybe not. I love it when their armor falls off because you can just keep attacking them over and over and it's like totally easy. It's weird how the fight actually gets easier as it goes on. That's kind of the case for Ganondorf as well at the end of the game. I think the first part of his fight is considerably harder than the end part. Although none of them are really that hard if you know what you're doing. So let's see if I was right. Do these have bombs? Does not look like it. How many bombs have I got? Should be 8, right? Yeah, that's cool. So I'm gonna need pretty much, well, not all of them, but at least 2, I think, for a glitch that I'm gonna show off a little bit later on. I like this room because it gets brighter the higher up you go, and the music gets louder as well. It's just a nice little effect. I'm really grasping at straws here. There just is nothing to talk about because there's nothing for me to show off that I haven't done already. I guess I could have done a super slide up that room, but the novelty of those is kind of worn off, I feel. So anyway, there's a pretty longish cutscene here. I'm not going to edit it out because I don't really care, and it's kind of weird. The first time you do this fight, it shows like a long version of this cutscene, but whenever you come back to refight him, it just jumps straight to the part where he like turns around and talks to you. Yeah, those black gauntlets look pretty cool. I'm definitely glad I got those ones instead of like the green or the red, or the not the red. I think it's the green or the blue or the bronze ones. Yeah, the black ones are definitely best. Okay, finally. Okay, so we're about to start this fight. There's something at the end of the fight that I want to point out, which isn't a glitch, it's just like a neat little fact about changes that they made to the game later on. But before we even get to that, I need to kill this guy, or injure him at least. So there's a lot of lag whenever he does his attack, unless you face the wall, and then there's like zero lag. It's crazy because on Virtual Console and GameCube there's like no lag here at all for the entire fight. Wow. Okay, my timing is very obviously off. Let's just try it again. Oh, wait a minute, I need the light arrows. And you can actually, I guess I'll show this off too. You can hit this back with a bottle for some reason, or whatever. I'm not going to do that. It's just silly. Alright, come on Ganondorf. Stop wasting my time. So it's possible to kill this guy in one cycle. Oh, I've totally fucked it up. Whatever. Like, I was trying to get ISG from Navi's text, but didn't really go according to plan, but it's no big deal. Just makes the fight a little quicker. But I'm really in no hurry here. This is not a speedrun by any means, so I can just take my time. Oh no, oh no. Okay, cool. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, I did. So I can just stand in here. Hopefully he'll just die now. Excellent. There's like a one frame window where you're able to hit him again and again and again with power crouch stabs and actually kill him just right there. With ISG, obviously it's constantly attacking, so you can easily do that if you can activate ISG in time. So what he's about to do is cough up some blood, which is something that I guess they thought was too risque, too offensive, because in version 1.2 they actually changed it to green stuff, which in my opinion is a lot grosser than blood. It looks like he's vomiting or something, which I think is horrible. But interestingly, there's like a couple other instances in the game where there is like blood. Like in the Shadow Temple, there's blood all over the walls in one room, and they never bothered to edit that. And I think there's a couple enemies that bleed as well, which still do it in version 1.2. But yeah, that plus the Fire Temple chanting that we heard back then are the sort of two most well-known changes between the versions, I think. So here comes a pretty long tower escape sequence. It's, I don't know, I've never really liked this part of the game. It's really bad on N64 as well, because it's just so laggy. I generally don't like parts in games where you need to wait for an NPC. Although, to be fair, Zelda is actually pretty fast. So it's not too bad. Not really sure if there's anything I can show off here. There are glitches that you can do during this sequence that allow you to skip a large portion of it. Like you can clip through certain walls and fall down and hit a loading zone for like a later part of the tower. It just brings you straight to there, and warp Zelda there as well, which is really cool, but I have no idea what I'm doing for them. They actually are fairly recent glitches, maybe within the last kind of 6 months or a little bit more. Right, there's one thing that you can do that I'm going to try and do every single door. I don't think it works on that one, but it works on all the others. If you wedge link perfectly between Zelda and the iron bars, he'll actually stand in between them during the cutscene. It just looks really silly. It's very hard to do on every single one of these except for the very last one, but it is possible. And as far as I remember, it's impossible on the first door. But I'm just rambling now because there's just nothing else to say. You can see how laggy this is, and there wasn't even really anything on screen there, just like all the sort of rumbling in the background causes lag. So I'm just trying not to take any damage from anything, because whenever you get hurt, she just stands there for like a full second and screams. And yeah, it's not long, but it's still slows her down, and as I said, I can't stand it when you need to wait for things in games. I'm very impatient like that. I suppose that's why I do speedruns and stuff, but... So here's Zelda being Zelda again. Ugh, don't want to talk to you. I want to get my jump slash stored. And she's got herself captured, but that's not a problem because all you need to do is kill these really laggy Stelvos and... Oh my god, dude, just kill him. This is ridiculous, man. Just take your punishment. Alright, cool. The second one went down pretty quick. Quite happy about that, actually. Do I need arrows? I don't think so. Let's see if I can... Oh, I don't want to talk to you. What am I even doing? I don't even know. I think I'm trying to... No, I'm going to have to do some camera trickery. Oh, whatever. I was trying to get wedged in between them, but that was doomed before it started. So the game's actually very generous with the time that it gives you here. It's really hard to run out of time. You have to be seriously bad at the game. And I'll probably just increase the chances of myself running out of time by like 100 just by saying that. But hopefully I'll prove myself wrong and actually make it. I think this is the part where you don't go back outside. Yeah, okay, so we're almost done. If I did this as Child Link, which is possible thanks to a bunch of like really cool and heavy glitches, I'd have to be careful not to get my shield burned by any of those rocks because it causes the game to crash since you're never supposed to have the... Oh my god. I could have easily avoided that, but I just didn't. So watch this, she's gonna teleport. Look how quickly she got up there. I wish I could do that. I wish she would do it everywhere else as well. So I'm gonna try and align myself quickly here. In the middle. Nope, didn't get it. Well, whatever. You need to be perfectly aligned and she'll just sort of wedge you in there. It's no big deal though. So one sort of little regret that I almost have about this playthrough is that obviously it's reverse dungeon order. I've sort of routed it to make sure that I could do that, and it was possible for all of the dungeons. But I feel like I could have maybe included this one as a dungeon and done that first. It's definitely possible, as I mentioned. There's like a bunch of glitches that you can do as young Link to warp here, as I showed off actually. Twice now, I think, yeah. And you can actually just finish the whole thing right there. But it is the end of the game after that, and I think for pretty much any playthrough, the end of a game should be the ending point. So I guess it's not really a big deal. This cutscene's always been really weird to me. The thing just disappears into the ground. Most of it does anyway. It's just like a couple of bits of debris lying about. Normally I edit all these cutscenes out, but I just don't want to, I guess. They're not too long anyway. It's not like the stupid Chamber of Sages ones that take half an hour. So there's one last glitch that I'm going to show off just before the final battle. Obviously, if you've played through this game before, you'll know that Ganon knocks away your sword as soon as this fight starts. I'm going to prevent that from happening. Now, what I want to do is I want to super slide into the fight. That's all I'm going to do, and I'm going to keep holding R after I do that. Okay, cool. So, what's funny about this is you actually need to keep holding R even right now during the cutscene. For some reason, if you stop doing that, Link actually puts his shield away, even though he's in a cutscene. You can't actually control him otherwise. It's kind of interesting how that happens. I'm not really sure why it happens, but if you do this, when Ganon attempts to knock your sword away, he won't actually do it. Like, it just... obviously Link looks completely ridiculous as well. But look how slow this is. This is so laggy. I think like the Virtual Console version of the game saves about 4 or 5 seconds just from this cutscene alone. It might even be more than that, because it's just so slow. So after he knocks my sword away, I can let go of R. So yeah, it shows it going away, but trust me, it's still there. You actually saw it on Link's back as well. Okay, so I think I can let go of it now. Yeah, you saw Link step back there, even though it was during a cutscene. Still got the Master Sword, brilliant. So the good old strategy of just rolling between his legs and then jump slashing the tail. Come on, Ganon, turn around. I don't even know how I did that. Like, normally he needs to face you and then you roll between his legs. So that's all it takes. 3 jump slashes, or power crouch stabs if you like. And that's him down for the first part of the fight. And the second part of the fight won't start unless I go and pick up the Master Sword, which I already have, so let's just do that quickly. So same thing as before. Oh, come on, man, just hit it. Okay, cool. That would have been just pathetic if I couldn't do that. It's like a free hit. I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 more. So yeah, as I said, this fight is definitely, in my opinion, much easier than the first fight with him. It's funny because like some of the boss fights are actually harder than this as well. Twin Rova in particular comes to mind. It's just crazy. I mean, like Majora at the end of Majora's Mask is a lot harder than Ganondorf is here. Unless you've got the Fierce Deity Mask, I guess, then it's like a complete joke. But whatever, we're about to deliver the final blow, as Zelda just said. And we're going to see more blood splatter out of his head, which they also changed in version 1.2. Not in 1.1 though, it's a common misconception, but yeah. And there it is. The game finished. Reverse dungeon order. Ganon's dead, and I've shown off a fair amount of glitches, I think. I hope that it's been pretty interesting to watch. Judging by the comments that guys have left, I think it probably was. I hope that I've been able to sort of accurately demonstrate just how broken this game actually is. And although it doesn't seem like it all the time, it actually is kind of messed up under the hood. It's not like DK64 where everything is just broken on the surface. You can walk through walls wherever the hell you want and, you know, swim through anything. Basically do anything in any order. It's a little bit more kind of complex than that, but it's still... I would still consider this to be a more broken game than DK64, is what I'm trying to get at. Just because of all the like internal memory crap you can do with RBA and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not going to sit through this whole cutscene. The ending's pretty boring. It's just a bunch of people dancing and fire and stuff like that. I don't know. I've not actually watched the ending for years. It's so creepy, that face. He's not blinking either. I mean, he's not dead, he's just sealed away or something like that. Or whatever, it doesn't matter. So there actually are obviously a lot of glitches that I didn't show off in this playthrough. Things that really weren't sort of in my route or didn't really benefit me or whatever. I've specifically opted not to do them during the main route, but I am planning to do like an extra video later on and show off as many of the sort of quote-unquote useless glitches as I can. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to progress any further than this. I'm just going to leave it here. I think that is a nice little text box to finish on. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this playthrough. There will be another one coming up very, very soon. Part of the reason that I've been so slow with this one is because I've been planning a different one. It's now fully planned, and we're going to get started on that really, really soon. It's a game that I know a lot of people like. It's not a Zelda game, but it is on the N64, and it's going to be really fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.